Hi everybody. I have to share something with you. I have just gone through the worst hell with my stoma, my ileostomy, to date. Granted, it's only the 21st and I had it put in, or my surgery done on October 2nd. But I was getting ready to change my bag because I felt stinging and burning, and I had just been to the doctor's office and they put a new bag on there, but there was some problems and I didn't know why I was stinging and burning, and I realized that there was a leak. So I went to change it, but I was not thinking, and I had just eaten and drank a bunch of water, and I started taking everything off and preparing everything, and Dorothy, my lovely new stoma, started literally spewing stuff everywhere, literally squirting everywhere, all over the floor, all over the bathroom counter, all over the sink, all over the bag, all over me. Oh my gosh, I was so freaking out, and all I was trying to do was stop it, and it wouldn't stop coming out. And I don't know if you've all experienced this or not, but my gosh, it was so stressful because I didn't know what to do. My first time it ever happened before. I ended up getting an underpad that you put in beds, in case you think you're going to leak or whatever, and taking all my clothes off and putting the underpad around my stoma, sitting in the shower on a shower chair, and just waiting for all of it to come out, since I had eaten and it was all going to come out. And it was like 400 mils or whatever you call it from the measurement thing, because I've been measuring it because, they want to know how much output I have and all that kind of stuff. I finally got it slowed down. Meanwhile, my skin is burning because all of this output has been all over my abdomen area and my leg and stuff like that. Finally got it all cleaned up. Finally it stopped. Finally got a new bag on. Finally did the bath thing to clean up. Had to scrub the countertops and everything with bleach wipes and the cabinets, and had to scrub the floor with bleach rags. And I don't know if y'all have gone through that or not before, but it really upset me because it was traumatic and I didn't have anybody here with me. So I just wanted to share that with you in case somebody else had this experience. Maybe you could tell me what I could do differently besides not trying to change my bag after I had eaten. That's the only thing I know of I did wrong. But this new stoma life has been great because I've not had the pain and discomfort and hell that I've been through with my Crohn's disease in my colon for years and years and years. And I've been so happy that I haven't had to go through all of that, and haven't had a problem with my bag at all. I don't have a vanity problem. My doctor asked me, my gastro doctor asked me about that, not my colorectal doctor that did the surgery. But anyway, I just had been doing so good, and then tonight, the big horrific mess. So I just wanted to share it with you because I want to share real life stoma problems and stuff with you. And that was just like the most horrible thing. I have other things that I want to share with you that I don't understand, or questions that I want to ask people. The poop spills that you have on your clothes, they stain, how do you get it out? What do you use on your clothing to get the poop stains out? I have that question that I want to know from people. And the irritations and the adhesive issues and the allergies that I've had, I've ended up having to use Coloplast bags and Coloplast flanges with Brava rings, because all of the other ones I've broken out and my skin has been so extremely unhappy, and I've had to do double crusting techniques and everything. And I just got some stuff from the WOCN at my colorectal surgeon's office today that was called Marathon, that is like a glue that you put over all of the area after you've done your crusting technique so that it seals it. It's kind of like a glue, a thin layer of protectant to cover your skin with, and it's purple liquid so you can tell where you've put it, and it has to dry really, really good before you can put your bag and your seal and stuff on. But I just wanted to let y'all know that the Coloplast bags seem much smaller than the Hollister bags, the 18193 and the 18183. Both seem to hold more. And the only bigger bags that Coloplast has is the ones for, it's definitely for a larger output, but it has a spigot at the end of it. And I haven't tried it yet. So it does fit on the other flanges that I have. But I just wanted to know if you all had any problems with that, with the Coloplast being a little bit smaller than the Hollister bags. Also, do you have problems with the filters not working on your bags? I've been having problems with a lot of gas, and I did get advised to do simethicone to help with the gas, because I ended up in the hospital for a couple of days this last weekend. I just got out day before yesterday. I got super dehydrated, and it ended up being major problems because they thought I had a blockage, a bowel obstruction. It ended up I didn't, but then they think I have gastroparesis, so they were giving me medicine to speed it up. And they were expecting output, but I had gone to, well, the night before I had done NPO because I was supposed to do a tilt table test at the hospital for my cardiologist, and I went through it, and oh my gosh, that was like hell. And whenever I got done with the tilt table test, I had come back home and I had already left a message with my nurse's office, the doctor's office, and the nurse called about the problems that I was having with the allergies and the reactions to the adhesives and the barrier rings and all of that stuff. Plus, I had a home health nurse, and my blood pressure had dropped so low that I couldn't stand and do the bag change myself. And she did it, but she didn't know what she was doing, and she ripped my skin off. So that added to the problems. Well, whenever the nurse called me about all those problems, she started asking me questions, and then found out I was dehydrated and probably needed my electrolytes checked urgently. So she sent me to the hospital. So I got to the hospital and talked to the nurse. And long story short, I had a hell time at the hospital. It was just absolutely unbelievable. 2 days of hell. But it had ended up being that I did not have an obstruction, and that I possibly have gastroparesis, and then I was severely dehydrated, so they just pumped me through fluids through me for like 48 hours. And I got back home, and the next day I was supposed to go to my PCP for a checkup, but I canceled it because I was in the hospital. And then today I went to the colorectal surgeon. So my lobostomy, ileostomy is doing great. And he's proud of me for me educating myself, and I know what I'm doing. And we I had questions and they answered them for me, and the WOCN was just absolutely fabulous. So I can't say enough about them, but I wanted to ask you all those questions. Also, I'm experiencing the output noises. They're very loud. Dorothy is a loudmouth, and I know some people, would like put their hand over their bag, maybe to kind of help it, and I've tried that a little bit, but I've mostly been home by myself, so I'm just letting the noises go. But I just wondered if you had problems with that, with being in the public, and what experiences you had, and if you could offer me any information about that. Do you all rinse your bags if you have pretty mushy output that kind of sticks in your bag? I know there's the stuff that you put in it that is the smell stuff. I forgot what it's called, I'm sorry. But also helps with pancaking. I have some of that, and I started using that. But I wondered if anybody was rinsing their bags, because I found out that if I put water in my bag and close it up and swish it around, then it'll move the pancaking and the mush out. And that's only, of course, whenever I have that problem. But wondered if you guys had any experience with that and what your suggestions would be. Also, I've noticed whenever I've got a ton of output and I've drank a lot and I've eaten a lot, maybe it's just because my ileostomy is new, but the heaviness of the bag is a problem, and it's kind of like hanging on me. And before, I wasn't wearing a belt with it, but I started wearing a belt because I was afraid that it was going to rip my bag off because of it hanging off. And that's when there's like 400 mils or whatever in the Hollister bag, because my whole meal has come through all at the same time. And I wondered if you guys had any suggestions on that. I also wondered if you have problems with burping your bags. I know with the Hollister bag system, it's very easy to burp it, but with the Coloplast, it's pretty difficult to do it at the top. Hollister has the way to do it very easily at the top, but I'm having to burp my bags at the bottom of the Coloplast bags. So I know this video is all over the place, but I've been through hell, sorry. But if you guys could give me some just suggestions and your experiences, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm so new to this. But I had to share my experience, and I plan on sharing my experiences because I want to be real, because I have seen so many YouTube videos where people are like, oh, this is how it is, and it's all nice, and yeah, I changed my bag and I never had any problems, and I don't have any leaks and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, surely you've had some leaks, and surely there's some stuff that's been going wrong and you haven't shared it. So I was like, okay, I gotta share this stuff in case somebody else has had the problem and they don't feel alone. So that's the next saga in my new ileostomy journey, and I hope you understand why I shared it, because I've been going through a lot of stress health-wise anyway, because there's been so much trauma and hell at the hospitals and with doctors and things, that I felt like this just kind of added to it today. And you know, sitting in the shower, bent over with, you know, an underpad holding my output coming out and crying. Just was like the lowest of the low. So if you can, just say a few prayers for me, and if you would like to share your experiences and your advice. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.